So we learned how to plot a single point on a graph. In this video, we're going to learn how to plot a table of values onto a graph. And it's really the same thing, only instead of one single point, we're going to be dealing with multiple points that we have to plot. So this is what a table of values looks like. It has two columns. The first one is our x value, and we have a number of x values listed here. And the second column is the y value. So these are all our y values. X always has to be in the first column because it goes alphabetical. Now, one important thing to note is the x and y values actually correspond with each other. So whenever the x value is 0, the corresponding y value is always 2. When x is 1, y is 4. When x is 2, the y value is 6, and so on. So these are really like our individual points. So in the last video, we had the two numbers in the brackets. Now we have them in the chart. So what we have to do, just like before, when the x value is 0, the y value is 2. So x is 0 right here at the origin. Since y is positive 2, I know I'm going upwards, and I'm going to positive 2. So that is going to be our first point. When x is 1, y is going to be positive 4. So again, I'm going upwards, and that's our second dot. When x is 2, so again, you want to find the 2 on the x-axis, we need to go up to 6 for y. And then when x is 3, y is 8. And when x is 4, y is 10. And that is what our graph is going to look like. Now what you might notice is these dots, they form a straight line. We call this a linear relation. So whenever you plot a number of points on a graph, if it makes a straight line, it is a linear relation. Let's take a look at another table of values. We're going to also graph this. So here it's a little bit different where x is actually starting with a -1 instead of 0. It doesn't matter. We still have the ability to graph that. We just take this one pair of points at a time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on our first pair of points. Then we're going to deal with all the other pairs individually. So our x value is -1. We have to find where x is negative, and we know this is where x is negative. The y value is positive, so I'm going to be going upwards. And I go all the way up to number 7. So our first point, -1, +7, is right there. Then our second pair of points right here, 0, 6. I want to find where x is 0, and then we're just going to go up to 6. And that's 0, 6. Then our next pair is 1, 5. So 1, 5. I want you to pause the video, see if you can do the final two pairs of points and plot them onto the graph. Okay, so we're going to do 2, 4. 2, 4 is going to be right there. And our final pair, 3, 3. 3, 3, right there. So is this a linear relation? Yes. When we plot these points on the graph, they are making a straight line. Now you'll notice this line looks like it's going downwards, but it's still a straight line. So it's a linear relation.